Okay, in the module 3 only, we have one more subsystem, that is design and implementation. In this, we have 4 subdivisions again. One is object-oriented design using UML diagrams, and design patterns will be there. Implementation issues are going to be there. Open source development is there. Now, when we say about the object-oriented design or using the UML diagrams, so UML diagrams are going to be studied for this. Class diagram, use case diagram, sequence diagram, okay, activity diagrams. Okay. These diagrams must be known. Then after the design patterns, how we will be going to design based on the object-oriented concepts. When you will be going to design the patterns, so you'll come to know in that is so many activities are going to be present. Those are the implementation issues are going to raise at the time of design, because once the design is going to be perfect, then only the implementation task is going to be takes place. Some issues are going to raise because of the integrations and integrating the designs and all these things. Then it is sometimes it is going to happen. Okay, so and here the next is the open source development, where you'll be going to get the complete code of the product that you'll be going to see it. Open source is anybody can use that particular code, and they can have their own information system on that, and they can use able to protect that particular data as its own user. Okay, so these things are going to be dealt in the broader manner by using first we'll be moving towards the object-oriented design using UML. So here, when we say that it is an object-oriented design, it is always a structured design is going to be there. Always everything is going to be specified in this, and the system what exactly that it should do, it is being mentioned, and according to that the class diagrams are going to be developed. Okay. Design is getting implemented. There are so many stages are going to be there in this particular process. So here this OD process depends on the organization using that particular process. So it is going to follow the process of the organization. Common activities are going to be are first you have to define the context and modes of the user system. How you are going to use this particular system? What is the context? Which project that you are going to do? So that is something like a description about the product that you should mention first. Which context that it is going to be used. Now if I am going to say that student information system I am building, but the same thing it cannot be applied for who is going to be working person for the company, that this model cannot be accepted over there. The context is going to be different, organization is different, and the companies are going to be different. So you should match your architecture. This is what it has been said, that system architecture, that you have to design it. By designing this particular system architecture, we will come to know that where and all the data is going to be moving and how the process is going to get executed in this. Then identifying the principal system objects, isn't it? The functionalities, models are going to be specified, it will be identified, and the system is going to be subdivided into different parts, and the complexity is going to be reduced to the simple one. So you have to make like that. Then you have to develop the design models for individual functionalities. Finally, you have to specify the object interfaces, because the system is subdivided, and you have to make it as one single model. So to make it single model, so you have to, the object interfaces are going to be done. So object interfaces you have to do it. Then here as the progress is going to be get executed continuously, the complexity is going to be more in this. So here is the interactions with the versus this system context. So system context is nothing but the software is going to be developed for the external or internal activities. So whenever external activities are going to be get involved in the system, the functionalities are going to be get changes. Data is going to get communication is going to changes, and if everything is being written in the SRS, this can be get accepted. Okay. We have to understand the concept, and according to that, the communication should happen, the interaction should happen. This context is a system context. The structural models are going to be defined and demonstrated in the system. Means it is getting developed in the system, and the interactions are going to happen between the models. Okay, so there are so many models are going to be there, because one program, one project contains 10 models. Okay, so all 10 models in the all 10 models is going to have sub models, again around 10. So totally 100 sub models are going to be there. So individual 10 models, if I am going to consider like that, so individual 10 models are going to be integrated, and it should be given to the model number 1, like that. 11 to 20 will be the models, sub models are going to get integrated, and it should be given to model number 2. So even in the that models, okay, integration should be done between the 1 to 10 also, okay, 11 to 20 also, all together. Then finally it should get upgraded to the main system. So when it is going to do this interactions, dynamic models are going to execute. Means individual models are going to be get executed, and it should compare when it is getting integrated. That time also it should execute. So that dynamically you will come to know that whether all the models are working or not. The concept of this system context with the weather forecasting station, okay, weather stations, is it has been depicted here. It says that there is a control system is there, weather station, satellite, and weather information system. Now you see that association rules has been specified in this. One control system can have n weather stations. One satellite n weather stations can connect to the one satellite. One satellite can communicate with the weather information system. One weather information system can communicate to the one satellite. One weather information system can get control weather control system. The control system can control weather information system. Okay, that is one. And weather station can inform. Information system is going to be gather the informations on different weather stations, one or more weather stations. So like this, the context is going to be there. Means exactly what you should do. The functionalities are going to be mentioned in this. So same thing, that is the use case diagram that has been described. Weather station information, and control systems. So here control system is going to control the restart, shutdown, reconfigure, power save, remote control. All the functionalities are going to be get controlled by the control system. Weather information system can have only two things. One is report the weather, report the status of the weather forecastings. Those things are going to be in here. So you will come to know that what are the functionalities are there, how it is getting controlled, what are the functions that it is going to control. Everything you will come to know in the use case diagrams. Okay. The same thing is being given in the form of report. Okay, use case descriptions is being given here. Previously I have shown all these things, right? Okay. Architectural design, where the environment is going to be understood first. Where exactly that you will be going to do that project, and how that environment that reacts to the your process. Okay. Interactions has to be getting executed in this, and you should identify the major components for the system to get executed in this. Interactions has to be done in this.